Here they are playing spades.
Say hi.
Say hi to the camera. Grandma's last night.
Last night,
It's already walking better.
Even though it's a big camera.
There's Laura on vacation.
I didn't see that.
Steffi.
I talked to the carpenter guy one day. Eventually, he found the shop up upstairs.
Yeah. Just a minute, right there.
oh, she's checking us out.
Dad playing cards, spades.
All right, Phyllis.
Steffi, are you done with your chocolate pie?
Yeah.
Steffi, are you done with your chocolate pie?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can be sure you got your pie. It's pretty quick with dessert, get everything on there. One more, not lose.
I played the
Did they get movies out of the space?
I need,
Say something, Steffi.
Well, I have. Kinda.
Coffee, tea, water,
parking lot.
I was gonna say 6 too. Back down. So, we got 150 bucks, so she went 150, take one. She went 450, you got yours on?
In the red house.
Oh, yeah. I put her in for half an hour.
Look her in the corner. Watching Martha, she picks up on the other end. She's been doing that. She gets about 3 more of those. Three more, yeah, but they rarely leave. 80-cent boys take over.
They were blocked off.
You need to go Bill.
Constructors got everything. I had a bunch and a couple suits there, so they're not taking other suits I could drop. I got a little concerned with the ones that I got rid of, you were gonna hand them to me, that was gonna take away my. Oh, right.
We used to play cardboard games.
The lantern.
You guys just go camping?
Oh,
Girls?
yeah.
Girls?
Hello.
The whole family can take that tent and put it up.
Let me scare the kids.
No, the bears were in there. They were in the park and you could hear them.
Oh, the hand means that it's on steady shot,
But nowadays, you know. they
meaning
have-
that it's going to keep your picture steady,
Yeah.
no matter how much you move the camera. That's a nice feature. That's what that
We had
is.
bears in Yosemite when we went backpacking with the Girl Scouts. Then I was stayed until I mean, the bear cave, we had this whole thing.
They have, I think they have some things in the field.
We could do the bear cave and all.
What'd you do?
First,
4.
you heard him in the garbage can, and Shirley went, we were all standing, like, she starts banging on her cup, you know, because that's what you're supposed to do, to scare them away. That scared me more than anything. We were all just screaming and screaming. Ah, they were banging on their cut. The poor bear just took off.
It worked.
Open ear.
Yeah, I remember that. They ripped open our little cupboard.
They took a whole cupboard
Yeah.
and ripped it up. Yeah, if you leave the
Got
food
the
out
chocolate in there.
there.
or
The chocolate.
something.
That's
too.
what they did. Chocolate for s'mores. We have
They
these
make-
wooden cupboards they make at your campsite. So we put all our food in the cupboard, our
yeah.
marshmallows, our s'mores, all our stuff. Went to bed, and the next thing you know, you wake up and a bear had ripped the cupboard to shreds to get the chocolate Hershey bars.
It seems to me that that we knew the bears were coming, and like Dad left that in there on purpose or something.
I don't think so.
Uh-uh,
I
no.
don't think so.
He wouldn't have done
And,
that.
and I'm not sure, I guess they must have told us not to leave the chocolate. Somebody
have
left
no
it in there, I
idea.
don't know.
I just know we did never do it again after that.
Well, I think Dad went and checked on those girls,
I'll say nil.
and they took off as fast as
Oh,
they
yeah?
could the next morning. They were pretty scared.
Oh, so we got to trade.
But I just remember that me and Mary were all scared about it. I remember you.
Like it was nothing.
Well, you comforted us. I remember I think you might have even held our hands so we could go
I
to
was
sleep or
definitely
something.
in there. I
Yeah,
wasn't
they made those
outside.
3
I don't
over
remember
recently.
that. I must have already
That's true.
not been in San Francisco. 407. Oh my God. Teresa thought I was cool. What?
Lisa wanted to know who you
Dress
were.
like us. Teresa thought I was really cool.
All right, so.
Oh, well, I got a card from Vita Holden today,
Oh, you did?
and she was in. She sent me. She wrote the holiday card from San Francisco. So she said she was at a conference, but it was like
Big families.
this
See where you
city
get
is
one.
so beautiful, and it brings back so many memories. And I'm like, there just was that time that we lived there when we were in college. We were so impressionable. She's an attorney. She's got 5
Instant
kids.
coffee.
She's sitting in that cafe, sitting there right next to us.
Folgers.
Oh my gosh, what a wonderful time of life. I still think it's
Get my gingerbread house on.
Yeah, I saw.
That's your roommate, right? She was next door. My roommate was a nurse.
You did the peanut food there, didn't you?
Oh, Dolly.
Was it Dolly?
Don't waste all my flour on nothing.
She said you're supposed to be able to write with it in the bathtub.
Wow.
Like you could.
Isn't that funny?
Your paper get wet? Won't your paper get wet?
You write on the wall.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Oh
They
my
have it
gosh.
like colored soap.
Let me see it, Jesse.
Oh my God, I'm throwing this stuff. I'm taking my kid out of there. Oh, Lord. I remember that one. Just anything to get the word. We didn't care about our kids. We just went for the word.
Well, that was like listening to those polite tapes, but Stephanie got eaten alive. We heard those polite.
She was frostbit. But that was the other time that Angie had trying to teach her not to interrupt me so much. And it was after dinner and we're talking. And she's like, I'm talking to someone and she's like, I'm like, I told you when I'm done. And I keep talking. I told you before. I turn around, she got this piece of chicken stuck. And she's like, it's turning blue and I'm teaching her. You're teaching her to be quiet. Bang her on the back and it went flying out of her mouth. Terrible.
Look at Lou.
Guess we should start paying attention. You have anything you want to say? You doing all right?
We could tell you things that would make you all feel like you're the perfect mother, I'm sure.
So is your bookworm story.
Oh, Mom's here. I guess she could handle it now, though. No, what
does that mean?
I don't remember
It
that.
has this word in it. When I was decided that since my mother, well, I could back up and tell you why my mother never told us about sex. My mother said that she never told anyone else about sex after she told me, because when she told me, I just got so disgusted and ran out of the room screaming. Now, see, you never remember anything. You're like Donna, you don't remember. I remember you told me that. When you told me it, I just went, oh, that's disgusting, and ran out of the room. And you said you weren't going to ever tell any of the other kids about it. But anyway, I had decided that I was the perfect hippie mother, and I was going to tell my child as soon as she could understand anything. So I was always telling Ramona how you had a sperm and an egg, and when the sperm and the egg came together, they made a baby. And she always wanted to know what a sperm looked like. But I said, okay, well, sometime when we're in a bookstore or library or something, I'll get a book and I'll show you. So this one day we were shopping at this mall, and they had like a double day bookstore, and it was Bookworm Book of the Month Club, and they had all these little cardboard squiggly worms hanging.
Oh, no.
And she just goes, Mom! Mom! Mom, I think there's sperm hanging from the ceiling!
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, little girl. Did you lose your mother? Can I help you find someone?
How old was she?
She was probably about 4. Go ahead, Laura. Tell it. You're in the mood.
Laura, you go for it.
It's just so funny because she.
It's so fun. That's just how stupid I was. I guess it was
Well,
brilliant.
both of us were kind of stupid.
Well, you took that Nimitz Freeway again.
God, I know, to come to our house.
We took Experience.
No, but you took Nimitz to come to Grandma's.
Oh, I know. But I was 2 weeks late, and I had just been to overdue, and I had just been to the doctor. Teresa was my coach because I was separated. Husband was living somewhere else. I was living at Grandma's house. Teresa waited and waited. She never went anywhere. She stayed faithfully by the phone. So this day she had gone somewhere for like an hour, and I started. When I got back from the doctor, I started being really uncomfortable. I mean, like very intensely uncomfortable immediately. And Mom's coming in. You know, we called Teresa, and she's on her way home. And Mom comes in. It's the 14th. Wasn't Ramona born on the 14th? I don't care. I don't care if it's the 14th. Where's Teresa? And Teresa comes in. Teresa comes in, and she goes, you know, I don't think they're gonna let me go in there with nail polish on. And she goes in the bathroom. She's taking. I'm like, I really think we need to go now. So we go, hey, we won't take the Nimitz, we'll take Hesperian Boulevard, 5 o'clock on a Friday night. We hit every red light. And I guess I laid in the back seat, or was I in the front? I was in the front next to her.
And the people next to you at the stoplights are looking at you kind of weird.
She's driving. She's going, okay, I think you're supposed to breathe. Breathe. I'm like, ah!
Her legs are up like this. She's like, oh my god! This truck driver's like flying down, looking down at this place. I was like this.
What kind of car were you in?
I was so embarrassed. I didn't know what to do. I didn't even know. I had
My
no
sister's
clue
having a
really what
baby
was
in the
going on.
car.
As far as
Car,
having a
I'm
baby.
afraid.
What
No.
were you? 17 or 19? Well, 78.
16 or 17, weren't you?
78, I was 19.
19.
Oh
She was
my
like
gosh, only
Leah Angie.
19.
Oh my God. So then we drive and drive. We finally get there, and by now I'm out there. All I can think of is it took me 12 hours to have Ramona, and if I have to go through this for 12 hours, they can just cut her out right now. So Teresa goes, okay, well, after register, she leaves me in the parking lot.
I parked the car and walked up to the merchant and I waited in line. I didn't know you were having the baby. I know I must not have known. So I'm like, excuse me. And then by the time I finally got there, I looked out in the side and I saw all these nurses and doctors, and they were wheeling this Laura in on a stretcher. They were going home on their
There was
break.
change of shift, yeah.
And they saw her.
And they saw her.
Well, I'm out in the car.
She's getting up on the
Didn't they
stretcher.
tell you from now on you could park in the emergency?
Next time you could come right up to the emergency room, like, there won't be any next time.
I think I was home in Hayward. It's funny that we just stayed home. Because
The whole thing is
I don't know what
really
she wanted
funny.
me there.
yeah, I mean, it's
I just came home from work or something. She didn't really want
I remember
me.
waving goodbye to you guys. No, why wouldn't we just go? Isn't that funny?
Well, yeah, that I would
Prevailing
go by
word.
myself,
Think
you know.
good.
Right.
And then then they say, well, you gotta go fill out this paperwork. I said, no, we already filled out the paperwork. I'm supposed to be there with her. And they just go up here and turn this in. So I turned it in, and by the time I got there, she'd already had it.
So you got to go in there?
No, they wouldn't let her
They wouldn't
in.
even
She
let
was
me in.
crying.
was terrible.
She was out there crying. I haven't gone anywhere for a month and
And Angie was as purple and green as could be. I mean, she was just.
Well, she came flying. Well, I get into the delivery room, and the doctor's like, the nurse is like, Doc, in here now. He goes, yeah, just a minute. She goes, I'm telling you, get in here now. I'm delivering this baby myself. And she just came flying out. They're like, he's like, whoa. So she had all this meconium, and they're suctioning her and suctioning her and suctioning her, and she's screaming it, and she was that way her whole life. She was. Her whole life. She just came out spitting mad and.
I remember when you called me from Arizona or somewhere, she was like a year old having a tantrum. You go, she's just turning blue, holding her breath there on the floor. What exactly should I do?
Because she would hold her breath.
She would hold her
and
breath. She would
pass
cry. She
out.
would like cry, and then she'd go. And then she would pass out. She would turn blue and pass out.
Oh my God.
It was horrible. And you're supposed to not, don't ever show me this, okay?
Okay.
She was. Everybody said, all the doctors, everyone, just let them cry. They'll pass out. When they pass out, they'll breathe again. You know, they just attempt. Well, you try that when you're by yourself, letting your kid turn. So you're like shaking them, please, please breathe. I'll give you anything.
Where's the car keys?
Just breathe. Oh. Strong-willed child.
They really do that on purpose, you think?
Well,
Yeah.
I
I don't know in her
Yeah,
case.
they know.
I don't know in her case, but I've heard of kids that'll hold their breath until they pass out to try and get their parents.
I mean, she's
Especially
pretty
the parents.
young.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess nobody really had a clear answer. Some doctors said it was related to the same kind of kids that'll faint later in life. It's the same kind of thing. But I'm sure she was old enough. I could have taught her to control it, but I didn't know how.
She just got in the war, was getting in the war, I think.
Well, I've been in the war, but
Oh.
my whole life was
A mess.
wild.
Until you went to Titusville, Florida. Right, so they knew, we went in that room, you had that newspaper and everything, and they gave you that
No, we were
epidural.
watching movies all
Yeah,
morning.
and you were just so, this is gonna be over with. Yeah, I can't say all the rest. Go ahead. And then all of a sudden, when it kicked in, and I'd never been through anything like that either, either. We were blown away. I'll take those drugs now! Now! Give me that other shot. Whatever that shot. I mean, the first contraction you said that.
Oh, she did.
That's cute. Now, what's those other things they could give us?
This is a couple hours into it. This was like 5 o'clock. It started at 1. You needed some drugs too, didn't you?
Well, my little sister, I never seen anybody like that.
Well, 5 o'clock, they said it could be 5 more hours.
That's what kids should.
And they didn't even check me. They just said it could be 5 more hours. And I said, I'll take the epidural. And as soon as they gave me the epidural, then the doctor came in and he said, oh, she's ready to push.
That's right.
But I couldn't feel the push. Yeah, but those drugs
So-
were looking pretty good.
And tell them what happened.
Oh yeah, so here's their little boy, they had all those blue clothes at home, and the room was blue and everything. And
The whole dresser was full of boy clothes.
and then out came the baby, and Dr. Gibbs had it and held it up right in front of her face like this. Come on, Patty, tell us what it is. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Tell us what it is, and she just
Patty,
stared at her.
I thought, I'm glad he's not asking me because I can't really tell.
And I'm looking, and I haven't never seen a newborn boy, so I thought maybe his thing was hidden or something.
There's not much here.
You guys are all going like,
All three would say one word. Dr. Gibbs goes,
And then he said, is it a girl?
is it a
Patty?"
girl?
Oh, yeah. Is that what he said? Yeah.
We didn't answer one word. The nurse goes, it's a beautiful baby girl. Oh, yeah.
That is funny.
They had to help us.
Oh my
Rosalie and Polly were there, too. They were back in the corner. They
can vouch
stayed
for
out.
us.
Yeah. We were a
So
little
you
shocked.
were they
Why are you
told
expecting a
previously
boy?
you were expecting a boy?
No, they.
Oh,
We tried. We did.
Because I know.
He said it
Because
probably was.
Because you always
well,
have
we
a
had
boy
what are those things called?
Ultrasound.
Yeah, and he looked at it and he said, "Oh, yeah, it looks like a penis. It looks like a boy." And then later,
The same
we talked to
at the same
nurse, and she
visit.
says,
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to read those signs. But we're thinking, well, maybe he got it right. It could be a boy. So we thought it was a boy.
And we tried. We read the books on when to have sex to have a boy and all that.
Yeah.
So when he read the ultrasound,
But then Patty said, I don't have any clothes. Patty said, I don't
We
have
had
any
it the
clothes. We'll get
And it
you
was
some
the same
clothes.
way. Dr. Rollins, we knew the conception date because it's supposed to be a boy in this, peak time. Dr. Rollins said, oh, all the symptoms, kicks a lot, it's got to be a boy. The way it was sitting, got to be a boy. I was in the room and then she had a C-section and Hannah was facing when they pulled her out and she pulled her out and I said, it's a girl.
My mother's favorite words.
It's a girl.
I can hear it.
Oh, good.
She was out, yeah.